Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. It's in the description below. Reach out to me at tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing the Vacheron Constantin Complete Calendar Moonphase reference 47052. This is a vintage 36mm yellow gold men's dress complication with an unusual calendar display, and we'll talk about that in a moment. It's 36 millimeters in diameter by 8.6 millimeters thick by 40.5 millimeters lug-to-lug, so it is very compact across the wrist. 19 millimeters is the spacing between the lugs. I'm going to throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see it is quite compact. I can recommend it for any wrist size. No wrist is too small, but don't assume because you have a big wrist, your wrist is too big. This has a very traditional presence, and historically, this was a good size for a men's dress watch. Traditionally, 32 to 36 millimeters was the men's dress watch size, and 36 would have been on the large side in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So this watch looks very good even on a big wrist, and it easily fits underneath a cuff. Now, taking a look at the hardware and the software, as you can see, we have set this watch up with a brand new Vacheron factory strap. You can see it is substantial. Large rectangular scale alligator leather, bolstering, light brown coloration, monotone stitch, sheer side showing the layers of construction, calfskin on the bottom. You can see it is a brand new Vacheron factory strap, and there is a simple Maltese cross yellow gold pin buckle. The watch does include a handsomely handmade case. This is really old school case construction. As you can see, the lugs were clearly fabricated separate from the case and then welded on, with the evidence of the welding removed manually to create that visually pleasing sharp break between the lug and the case band. As you can see, the timepiece features a rounded and high-polished case band. Same is true of the lugs. The lugs are spare, and they have a little bit of a teardrop curvature to their tip. There's a little bit of a step adjacent to the sapphire, so you can see there's a degree of articulation added to the bezel, so it's not just a broad domed expanse. It does have that late kick to add a little bit more visual strength. And then the dial, and the first thing you notice here is that what appears at first glance to be a pointer date outboard is actually a week of the year indicator. This is an uncommon complication from Vacheron. This is something we've seen AP do with perpetual calendars. Oris, since 1938, has had too many of these calendars to count, but it's a rare thing to see from Vacheron. Now, it is a triple calendar. As you can see, there is a day, there is a date, and then there is the week of the year, and adjacent, en français, you can see the months of the year. So it is a French language calendar, janvier, février, mars, avril, May, and then you have the ability to more or less judge what month it is based on the week of the year using that scale. Now, that is a circumferentially and concentrically brushed metallic scale with little applique cabochon for the hours in yellow gold. That's a detail I love. Moving inboard, there's a railroad track for reading the minutes more carefully, and you can see there is a quasi-herringbone guillot-shaped pattern on the center dial with sunken registers for the day and the date, and then there is a Moonphase disc with a crescent-style Moonphase at 6 o'clock, and you can see that there is also a remarkably rounded and voluminous set of hands. If you look at the hour hand and you look at the minute hand, they're actually three-dimensional with a vaulted sort of domed profile. They arch up and over, and they're black polished, which is the kind of hand construction you expect from craft horology, like small independents today. And this was a kinder, gentler pre-1995, pre-Richemont era in Vacheron history, when the company was making far fewer watches and there was time to craft hands and finish hands like that in-house, or work with suppliers who were able to do that for you. Because this watch is a product of établissage. All of the best parts essentially put together under one roof, but supplied by excellent suppliers, often outside of Vacheron. No place is that more evident than in the movement. Dating back to the mid-19th century, the connection between Vacheron and Lecoultre, later Jaeger-LeCoultre, is a deeply rooted one. You can see that the caseback is freehand engraved, so things like the name Genève, the name of the company, the numbering, all that is engraved, so artisanally crafted. We're talking low volume here, and the movement inside is a JLC 889 bidirectional winding automatic base with a 38 to 40 hour power reserve. It beats away at 8 beats per second, and it does feature hacking, though the watch itself does not have a seconds hand. 30 meters water resistant. This is a dress watch, so don't take it swimming. And the movement is a very high-grade caliber. It's thin as well as accurate with the potential for outstanding performance. So the 889 is really one of those ultra-high performance haute de gamme automatic movements that would have been used in this period in a watch like an Audemars Piguet or a Vacheron. This timepiece is an absolute thoroughbred, gloriously detailed, handsome, evocative, and above all, very rare. It represents the best of Vacheron, and it's pre-1995, and I say that due to the hallmarks. It's pre-1995, and then by definition, pre-Richemont existence. Reach out to tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.